have a little bit of a behind the scenes, what happens when stuff goes terribly wrong type of video for you today. So I'm gonna start, I have a piece of white cardstock, I'm adding some washi tape. Mistake number one, I totally was watching TV and didn't even realize that I wasn't taking any of the sticky off of this washi tape. So that's gonna be mistake number one. If you wanna mask off an area using washi tape, make sure you unsticky it, right? The purple tape is fine, that's a low tack tape, but that pineapple washi tape, not a good idea. I needed to unstick it and I didn't. Mistake number two, I pulled out both of the foam of my ginormous Misty. You're not supposed to. I knew I was using rubber stamps. And I know I'm not supposed to pull both of them out. But again, I was watching TV and I did. I pulled all the foam out. So yeah, I always watch TV or watch a movie or watch something when I scrapbook, but this one was a comedy of errors. And I wanted to show you this to show you that sometimes all the things go horribly wrong because you're either not paying attention, you're not thinking through it, or you just make a whole load of mistakes. So I had gotten from a cherry on top these beautiful new quilting stamps. They are from Ranger. They are designed by Diane Reevely, and they're so pretty. And you guys know how much I love, love, love to create quilt patterns on my layout. I also really wanted to get a couple more layouts done using the Echo Park Coffee and Friends collection, but not using them for coffee layouts. So I decided to go ahead. I'm gonna go ahead and grab this. See what I'm doing here? This is because I didn't leave the foam in the Misty. So you're supposed to leave one foam in and then take the second one out for rubber stamps. I left them, I pulled them both out. So now I can't get a clean stamp no matter how hard I try. And I'm still being drippy because I haven't figured out yet all the mistakes I've made to this background. No matter, I'm just gonna keep going. All right, so cool stuff about this stamp. All of these pieces fit in and fit together perfectly. So you really, 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 really can create your own quilted background, which I love. And they fit together. You can make different designs with them. I'm doing a fairly simple kind of design here, but you could get more elaborate if you like. I am so happy with this stamp set. And the quilt patterns, the patterns that are on the quilt stamps, quilt blocks are really, really usable. So they're just simple, easy flowers. There's two big hexagons. One of them has just like a flower pattern. The other one has like a mushroom pattern, which you could eliminate if you need to. I personally adore mushrooms, so I was totally cool with it. Another thing, I'm using 3 colors of ink. So I'm using Rose Petal, Sage, and Seafoam ink from Catherine Pooler. And you can see here, like I'm still missing the end of there because my stamp is not making contact really well with my paper because there's no foam piece there. And then, so I'm trying to decide what to do. I know this isn't working, but I haven't quite figured out why it's not working yet. I left this whole process in this video for a very simple fact. Us professional scrapbookers, as it were, I mean, I'm not really professional, but you know what I mean. We make mistakes. We do drippy stuff just like you. And so I wanted to make sure that I left this in here. As I was doing this, I knew I was leaving it in here. I'm like, I'm just gonna leave all this recording in here. And I'm gonna do a whole blog post about what to do when things go horribly wrong, because this background, it was going pretty horribly wrong. But I just kept plugging along. So you can see here, I kept going. I wasn't ready to give up yet. I couldn't get a clean stamp around the edges, and I thought, well, you know what we'll do? I kept in my head fixing the problem. So I was like, okay, it's not working. I can't get a clean image around the edges. We'll just do a border, right? We'll trim it down. We'll add a piece of colored cardstock behind it. It'll all be fine, right? So in my head, I just keep like fixing the problem and continue stamping, not even realizing how many mistakes and how much I've already messed this up. And this is where it all goes horribly wrong. So I am gonna stamp this one quilt block one time. And it's not gonna work because the edges of the stamp are not making contact with the paper. But I tried. So I stamp it again. And the paper totally like shifts and stamps all crooked. And then I'm done. Ugh. So I'm done. Then I go to pull off the washi tape and I realize that I didn't unsticky this washi tape, so it is pulling up my paper. Set that one aside. Just set it aside. When you have disasters like that where things are just not going well, set it aside, grab a new sheet of white paper, start over. So that's what I did. This time I made sure to unsticky my washi tape before I started doing the sticky part. Sorry, apparently I just had like brain salad. Let's redo that. So this time I grabbed the washi, masked off my paper, and actually got it so it wasn't very sticky. I then decided to add a fourth color to my quilt blocks because I felt like I needed a lighter colored pink. So I did that. Then I went ahead and I added the right amount of I put one of the fillers back in, one of the cushy things back into my ginormous Misty. And then I stamp this block. Wait for it. Ugh! Still messed it up again. So here are my two messed up patterns. So the one on the right, I decided I'm gonna fussy cut some of the quilt blocks out, walk away from this. I'm gonna salvage what I can. This one, I think I can fix. So I have my photo there, and look, put my photo right over that over-stamped part, and we are good to go. I left all of this in so you could see that sometimes things don't go perfectly. They don't go the way you have planned. Now, I have a ton of flowers fussy cut from this collection. I cut them for a layout I did, I think last month now for 80/20, and I still have loads of them cut. So I'm marking where my photo will sit right over that messed up stamping area. And now I'm gonna take all these leaves. I have loads of these itty bitty tiny leaves. And now I can just take those leaves and go ahead and create kind of a border between the part of my layout that is stamped and the part of my layout that is going to be white. Now I'm gonna go ahead and I'm just gonna add all of these leaves, creating a fun border. Now, I do have certain leaves where I have kind of clustered together 3 or so, and in those spots where those clusters are, I'm gonna go ahead and pop up some little roses there with my pop dots. So I have little pop dots here. These are just from my stash. I'm trying to work through all of my foam adhesive, whether I liked it or not. A lot of my foam adhesive I didn't like, but I didn't have the heart to throw it away. So I'm trying to use it up now. I'm gonna go ahead and cut this stripy paper down to create a mat for my photo. And then I'm gonna put my photo right there over the messed up stamping. So we're looking pretty good, right? All right, I'm gonna grab these stickers. This is the 12 by 12 sticker sheet from the collection, and there are enough stickers that you can totally work with the sticker sheet and not create a layout that is coffee themed. So I'm grabbing my very favorite Grove stickers from my stash. I love these stickers. They're my favorite, and I have like 6 packs of them. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna tuck this sticker, which is like a title piece, under my photo right there. And then underneath that, I'm gonna put 2020 because that was when the photos were taken. My absolute favorite part of this collection are the florals. Like 100% those florals are fabulous. So I'm gonna use a lot of them. I fussy cut tons of them. So I have both fussy cut pieces, florals, and I have, there's a couple on the sticker sheet. So I'm gonna use both those. Now this little sticker said coffee in the middle, and then around the word coffee was just this like fun green frame. So you know what? I'm cutting it up. I cut the word coffee right out of the middle of that frame and tucked in either side of the frames around my photo. And then I'm gonna add the title sisters to my photo. This is my 2 nieces together. And it's quite possible that at some point I've scrapbooked a picture of the 2 of them together and titled it the same way, but I don't think I have. So we're gonna go ahead and do that. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish up these florals. I'm adding just the fussy cut ones now. Ones that were at the edges of the page, I'm gonna add them up under my flowers and up around. And at about this time, it dawns on me. I meant to fussy cut some of these pieces from the messed up stamping area and add them to the other side of my spread. And so that's what I'm gonna do. I fussy cut one of the hexagons, and yes, I pulled up everything and tucked it underneath. So glad Echo Park stickers are forgivable, and they aren't so sticky you can't pick them up and move them, because wow. So yeah, and you can see right away, like that really helped, right? We needed those fussy cut pieces of the stamps anyway. I probably would have ended up stamping and fussy cutting some of them so that the same patterns and colors appeared on both sides of my page. And that helps because the pinks don't exactly match. And so since the pinks don't exactly match, the way you get around that is by taking those pinks and spreading all of them across the page so it doesn't look odd, but it looks intentional. So I'm gonna go ahead and fussy cut another one of these little square pieces, and I'm gonna go ahead, or triangle pieces, and I'm gonna go ahead and tuck it under there. And then I'm gonna take a third one and lift up my whole title and tuck the third one underneath the sisters. I know, right? This layout has been crazy. I know, just one of those days, I suppose. Once I have the title fixed up, once I have everything glued back down, I'm gonna grab some Nouveau drops. I'm going to grab one is a stone drop that is like kind of like that purpley pink color that I stamped with, and the other one is a color that kind of matches that really light pink that I added in. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm going to add these Nouveau drops all over the place, and that is where we're gonna call this layout done. So just remember that even when things are not going good for you, when everything you do on a layout seems to be going completely wrong, just persevere, take a deep breath, look for ways to cover up your mistakes, to cover up your accidents. If you mess up a background like I did, look for small ways that you can salvage some of it. I will talk to you all again very soon. And no, I didn't smudge the Nouveau drops. Woohoo! Okay, guys, talk to you later. Bye.